What's up, everybody? Welcome to another thrilling edition of the Fragcast. My name is James Cloud. I am joined by my good friend, Ace of Death. How you doing, Chris?
Doing good, man. I'm doing good. Uh,
Sound like it.
yeah.
Have a
Well,
smile.
it's a great day. I have smiling. You just can't see me.
Oh,
Uh,
right.
no, I'm doing good, man. It's a great day. It's actually snowing outside. It's nice.
Really?
Yeah, it's
You
nice.
lucky bastard.
Uh,
I would really like some snow.
yeah, it's nice. I like it.
Looks like it's gonna rain.
I like it. But yeah. So today we are going to talk about the CS:GO beta. It just came out recently. A lot of people haven't had a chance to play it because it's a really exclusive beta,
It's pretty rare.
and it's a pretty rare find. And we both had a chance to play it, get to know it. So we're going to tell you a little bit about it in case you don't know anything about the game yet or how it plays, and then we'll kind of give you our opinions of it.
Well, basically, the CS:GO beta at present time is only Dust for matchmaking.
Yeah.
Dust 2 is available in custom games, but I know two people in the beta. So it's unlikely we're going to get a custom game going. So we're going to have to wait for them to add that to matchmaking, which really, it shouldn't be too long before that happens. And I do have to say, the matchmaking is fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
There is a matchmaking in a CS game, which is something I think we've all wanted at one point or another. And it's there's only weapons. There's only a few weapons available. There's the default pistol for CT&T, and then there is the default base rifle. There's the AK and the M4. There's the
No
AWP,
M4
there's the
SD.
Scout.
No M4 SD.
Yeah, the silencer is gone in the M4. And you don't actually start with a USP anymore. On CT side, you start with a PP2K, which is like the James Bond gun.
Yeah.
So no silencer on that either. So you're doing it live no matter how you're doing it.
Yeah. I like that though.
I don't mind it. And there's also the DE, the Deagle.
Yeah. Which is
Uh,
yeah. It's
yeah,
okay.
it just devastating. Erases
Yeah.
people from the earth. One headshot, you're gone.
Yeah.
There's it's like 7 different grenades though this time around.
There's a ton.
Yeah.
There's smoke, flash,
Smoke flash HE, which
frags.
everybody's used to, but then there's the Molotov, which the way the Molotov works is you throw it and it creates a sheet of fire on a place of earth for like a good 20-30 seconds. So really, it's gonna shut down rushes. I don't know why that's in the game.
I think it's great, personally. You can
Really?
lock off a piece of a map. It's awesome. Although
Yeah, but
the
what
one,
happens if you
the
lock
one,
off all the pieces?
the one part is I don't like. The one thing I don't like about it though is that if you're like bomb planting and you can lock down a whole door with the Molotov, or
Right.
lock down the whole bomb plant. Like if you're dying, you just chuck a Molotov on the bomb.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's like if you're playing a map like Dust, all 5 of your team buys a Molotov, and all the choke points all of a sudden become impassable. Like that.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
don't know. Maybe it's not that extreme, but I don't know. I've been in fire several times, and it's like you know how CS works. Like when you start taking damage, you can't really move. Like it's the same
Yeah,
thing with the fire. Like you start burning, and then you're stuck.
yeah. I mean,
So
it's a cool idea, but I don't know if it'll work or not.
yeah. And then there's a decoy grenade.
It sounds
Which
like an AK-47 a couple times.
So I guess the idea is like you're supposed to hear the sound of a gun and want to shoot your gun. I mean, I guess it makes sense if you're because the description is decoy grenade. It might make other people shoot their gun, but if you use it correctly, you can probably really fake people out. Which I didn't even think of that till now. So the more you know.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's really cool, but I guess it sounds really robotic and not very realistic. So it's like
Yeah.
just single shot
Like
AKs, like tick, tick, tick.
oh, there's a
like
guy shooting his AK over there.
single shot randomly in a corner.
Watch
Um,
out.
but yeah, so what do you think of the guns? Like how they feel and stuff?
It feels pretty smooth. Not as smooth as it could be. It's not as smooth as 1.6, without a doubt. But
Yeah,
there's really you can't spray
at
with any
all.
gun, pretty much. I mean, so I've seen people sometimes with M4s spraying, and then on like the 29th bullet in the clip, get like a headshot.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I never played Source, but that happened a lot in 1.6 too.
yeah.
So
It still plays like Counter Strike. I'll give them that. It definitely if you're spraying, you aim down and those bullets just fly up,
yep.
which is cool. I mean, it plays like Counter Strike. The one problem I have with it is it doesn't seem to me like it's as accurate as I played a lot of Source. I didn't play a ton of 1.6, but it seems like it's not as accurate as the old Counter
The
Strike games.
hitboxes or just
Well,
shooting in
just
general.
shooting in general, like like if you crouch down, your aimer goes into nothing, and you should be able to just nail someone and pop them right in the head. But if you get like 2 bullets out, it starts recoiling like a mother. You know, like
Right.
it's crazy. Like in Source, you could sit there and pop basically on the same spot over and over again if you're just shooting little teeny bursts. You know, if you
Right.
were shooting like two bullet bursts, your aimer wouldn't really move, and you'd be hitting the head. You'd be hitting the head. But if I'm shooting 2 bullet bursts on this game, the first one will go about where I want it to, and then the second, third, fourth, like after that, the next couple bursts will be all over the place, and they won't be accurate anymore.
Right. I mean, I don't. I've noticed that with maybe on like the fourth shot, but it seems like the first two or three are. I mean, I can kind of see what you're saying. There've been a lot of times where I've been like,
How did he not die?
man, that it really seemed to me that person got hit in the face 3 times, but it is what it is. Like there's blood all on the wall behind him and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, good game.
Yeah. Oh, and the
But
op is still ridiculous.
yes,
Anybody
they made
who
it
is an
much
op,
easier or
anybody who
something.
is an opper and thinks that that's friggin' professional and awesome is, I don't understand you at all.
There's
'Cause
definitely a skill gap
there is a
with
skill
it,
gap,
but
but
it is
man,
very easy in CS:GO
it
to
is
op people.
so simple to kill somebody with the op. Like it's bad when I just start pulling out the op and I start getting a whole bunch of kills with the op and I can't snipe for shit.
Yeah,
Like it's bad when I can go like double positive with the op without trying really.
yeah, it's very generous, I think, with the hitboxes,
Yeah.
the op. But I do like how it is weird the way you shoot because you don't really see the recoil as much anymore on your gun or on the aimer,
Yeah.
but you see the bullets going steadily higher than they should.
Well,
If you get what I'm
if
saying,
have
it's a
you
lot
been
more subtle.
have you been using the old school uh,
Yes.
the old
Yeah.
school reticle, or have you
Yep.
been using? Yes, yeah, I have
Yeah,
too.
it's classic
When I
reticle.
played with the new reticle, and it definitely plays way different than anything in CS. I didn't like it at all.
The new reticle?
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. I thought it was terrible. The recoil thing just spreads out everywhere, and obviously
Right.
that makes sense, but I didn't like it. It just didn't suit my eye, like the way it was
Right.
playing. And I went back.
Right.
Basically, this is what happened. I was going like 5 and 8, 5 and 9. I was doing terrible, and then I switched directly over to the old school reticle that I was used to from Source, and I doubled my kills.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing happened with me. I mean, I started out with the classic one on just because that's what I was used to. I did all right. Like I switched to the new one just to try it out. I mean, I don't know. I think it's more mental than anything else as far as something like that goes.
Yeah, I don't know. It probably is. It's just what I'm used to.
Yup.
Well, I mean, overall, the game plays really nice, though. Anybody who hasn't had a chance to play it, you'd play it and go, "Wow, this is a beta. Like this is a first closed beta. Like this is."
Yeah.
It really
it
plays
almost
well.
looks like photorealistic. I mean, especially when you're running with your knife and stuff.
This
Your
is
knife
this is the
looks like
best.
you're
This
holding
is
a
the
blade.
best. Yeah, this
like
is
that.
the best the Source engine has ever looked. That is for
Yeah,
sure.
without a doubt.
This is the same engine that built Counter Strike Source and Half-Life 2. They just keep upgrading the damn thing so it looks
Pretty
better and
amazing.
better and better.
Think of it.
It's amazing. It's still the same base code. Have you had a chance to play with anybody good?
Nobody that I like. I recognize like some clan tags, but I haven't really kept up with like who's the pros in CS. So nobody that was like, oh, I know this person. But yes, it's pretty consistent
It's good players,
with
most of
the
them.
people that are good. Like, pretty much there's not too many people playing the beta either. So I always end up in these rooms with these kids that just like go 30 and like 2
Yeah.
effortlessly. And like you start to recognize them, and it's pretty consistent. Yeah, there's some people that just will slap you.
I've played in some rooms. I played with. I know this is random and console thing, but I played with Fwiz the other day because he was
Nice.
playing with the Machinima people. So I played against like the whole Machinima office.
Nice.
And
Slap them or what?
Dude, they were actually pretty good at Counter Strike. I think they actually
Nice.
play that game.
Right.
And then I played against some. I played against some pros. I played against somebody on an account for Twitch TV that actually said Twitch TV on the account.
Nice.
And he was like actually on there. It was somebody doing research or something because he was playing and asking questions and shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've played with a bunch of pros, but I don't know. You can tell it's a limited beta because man, when you get starting to play with good people, there's some people who legitimately are pretty solid on that game.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people I have no business being in a room with.
Yeah, some people I'm like, wow, I should never be in here.
The good thing though about the op being like as easy as it is I've seen so many people just get slapped, murdered, destroyed, like coming up behind somebody with a knife and just getting 180 quick scope by somebody with an op.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. That's probably part of the problem though. How do you think the game's going to transfer over to consoles?
Honestly, it feels like it would really work well for consoles. I mean, just the way the buy menu is set
Yeah.
up and stuff, like it works perfectly with PC. I mean, a buy menu for PC, all you need to do is press the corresponding numbers. But for like the console, like it would work. You flip over to the things you want. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like the left stick would control everything.
Yeah.
As far as the shooting, like I mean, there is, like you said, more emphasis on the crouch, it seems, than before.
Yeah.
And that was something that was big in Xbox CS.
Yeah.
Was the crouch was on the left trigger, and it would just be left trigger, right trigger, always.
See, that was big in Source as well though.
Well, I'm sure it's
was.
big in every CS, but you needed to do that or you would get slapped.
Yeah. I feel like it's perfect for consoles, to be honest with you. I feel
Mhm.
like the game was built for consoles first.
Yeah, I mean, it literally was. I think, isn't that what they said?
Well, I would be surprised if it wasn't because, to be honest, that would be pretty dumb if they didn't build it straight for consoles.
Why do you say that?
Where's all the money going to come from?
That's true.
I mean, people are obviously going to buy it on PC because it's the new Counter Strike, but people are going to eat that shit up on Xbox.
Yeah, you
Like,
see, I don't know. I think the Call of Duty crowd is gonna pick it up, unsuccessfully spray at people, and like bring it back. I don't, you know what I'm saying? There's definitely more money in console, but I think CS kind of it's gonna have an uphill battle.
yeah, well, I agree with you, but you know what? All they need is that first buy.
That's true,
Then they don't give a shit. It's all GameStop's problem after that.
right?
You know what I mean? So
Hey,
I don't
coming
know.
up the game multiple times.
I think it's gonna flourish on consoles. What do you think about esports potential? Because obviously they have two very segmented communities in Source and
Right.
1.6.
I mean, like I said, I didn't play Source at all. I played a goodly amount of 1.6 over the years, and I mean, I can kind of feel like the 1.6 elements, if you get what I'm saying. There's definitely like a
Yeah,
little something else, which leads me to believe that it's 1.6 plus Source.
yeah,
But from playing this beta, like, I mean, the Counter Strike, it was always kind of like a for fun thing for me. I knew it was crazy, like, popular for competitive. I've never
yeah.
been a huge fan. Looked into it, whatever. Never really understood why it was as big as it is. But after playing like this beta and just like paying a bit more attention, like, I can kind of see how the pieces connect. If you get what I'm saying, how like every fight is so monumental and so comes down to gun skill.
Yeah, it
I
does.
really feel like this can be very big. I think it's going to face issues at the beginning because the PC kids, like most of them, especially with the CS crowd, like they're very finicky. Like, I think at this point, there's nothing that would make
They're
them happy.
drama queens, man.
Yeah, I mean,
They
I think
are.
no matter what game came out, there'll be people that are like, this sucks, this is awful. I'm going to go play 1.6 for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but you know what?
That's unfortunate.
I feel like the problem with Source was, at least for me, it's hitboxing and hit registration. The game
Right,
just didn't work on the Source engine.
right,
It just didn't work. This game does. It works. That's why a lot of the 1.6 guys went to Source, said this sucks, and went back to 1.6.
right.
You know, they're like they changed everything that made the game good. We went back. This game, they're trying to make it basically 1.6 in the new engine, and it has a lot of Source elements that made Source fun, but Source just didn't work competitively because it just wouldn't
So this
function
is
properly.
bad
So
game. Bad
yeah,
game.
but I won't say it's a bad game, but I think honestly this game will flourish as an esport. I hope that it brings the two communities together because I would love to be able to see MLG have Counter Strike. I would
Yeah, that
love
would
that.
be. Wouldn't that be like an identity crisis?
It'd be
You know what I'm
awesome.
talking about? Like,
Yeah, it
wow.
would. But it'd be great, dude. I couldn't. I would love to see that. That'd be so much fun to watch. Um, I don't know. I don't know.
I guess we'll
I
see.
hope
I
it
mean,
does.
we're kind of out of our element here talking about the the
Yeah.
merits of a competitive PC game. I mean, but the gun skill is so front and center for CS:GO.
Yeah.
Like to the point where it's like those are just the beautiful games where it's like you know what's going on, but you just can't, the bad people can't seem to kill you, or if, unfortunately you're one of the bad people, you can't seem to kill anybody.
Yeah.
And it's like you get so close, and eventually you might get lucky, but it's one of those games where it's like somebody's gonna kill you. If they're good, they're gonna kill you in like the first two shots,
Yeah. And you're
probably
like,
before you even know they're there.
and it's one of those games. Whenever I played it, I was like, damn, I died. It's like,
Yeah,
shit, he's way better than me.
yeah. Like I don't even get mad. I'm just like, oh, another day here at the office.
That's a sign of a good game though. Like when you know that somebody beat you legitimately, and
Yeah,
you can't complain about, oh god, he noob tubed me or something stupid like I yell about all the time on Call of Duty and Halo or something like that.
right. Like, you
Like,
just get straight out played.
yeah, like getting outplayed makes me really happy because it makes me want to come back and it makes me want to get better at the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I had that same feeling in Halo 3. I know that seems really stupid, but like Halo 3 was really consistent. Everything just
right.
worked on it consistently. Gears of War 3 feels the exact same way to me, where it's
Agreed.
really consistent. Everything makes sense. If you died, you died. Like you get killed because you got outplayed and he did something better than you. There's certain
Right.
times where you're like, that's bullshit, but most of the time that doesn't happen. And even if it's bullshit, you understand why it happened. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I feel like
Yeah.
Counter
No
Strike is the
nonsense.
exact same way, which is a huge advantage in an esport perspective because it keeps people wanting to play and coming back and
I
compete.
mean, that's the reason why Counter Strike is Counter Strike. You know what I mean? Like that's why it is the crown jewel FPS franchise.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I mean, it's good to see that
definitely.
that's coming back. And it's good to see that just, it seems like skill-based stuff is on the up and up, at least with some developers, and that's a huge plus.
That's a huge
So I'm
plus.
excited.
I'm very excited for this game. I hope that it opens up to the public more in the near future, like they raise the beta out a little wider.
Right.
And because honestly, the player base needs to grow, and that way they can understand what's good and what's bad within the game and what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, I would love to see them do like kind of like what they have going on with the Dota beta, whereas the Dota beta is going to be it's not going to stop until the game comes out.
I hope they do
And if
that.
that was the same way with CS:GO, that would just be amazing.
Well, I mean, Valve, that's how they normally they don't put stuff out until it's done. So
Right.
they're just like Blizzard.
They just let you play it before it's
They
done.
don't put stuff out until it's done. So hopefully it keeps going like that, and hopefully they end up doing it like that, where they have a massive beta, a huge open beta, you know, and everybody gets a chance to play it. And then once they play it, they'll love it. They'll really like the game, and they'll go buy it.
Yep.
But I think that's just about it for our Counter Strike talk. We did about as much as we could for a bunch of console kids. Uh,
Made
but
ourselves proud.
yeah. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Please make sure you go check out fragdojo.com. Sign up. Get involved on the forums. We're going to put out a
Show some
lot
love.
of new content.
Show
Show the
some love.
love, guys.
Spread the love.
Spread the love. Show the love. Our
You
Twitters
know what
are
I'm saying?
below
Because I
our
have like an
pictures.
infinite amount of love, and it would be nice if people could like reciprocate
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. Our Twitters are below our are right there, below our thing. You
You
can.
point at it just so people know.
I pointed at it. His is
Okay.
his is over there, over there,
I can't actually see it,
down
so
there. Just point down. And you
taking
have
your
it.
word.
It's below the it's below our video. Please follow us. Please follow us at FragDojo. Check out our YouTube page where this will be posted. Please comment, like, and subscribe. You know, tell us how we did. Tell us what we should do better. Tell us if you want to be on the show. If you have a new topic you want to talk about. You know, we're always down to have guests on. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.